Is it really that deep when it comes to food?
Do you want my answer?
Yes, go ahead and answer.
Yes. Babe, you had seas of negativity. Like your voice of negativity was drowning my enthusiasm. You have this problem. I call it a problem. The problem that I'm trying to diagnose for you is that if you have a very good conversation with somebody, say like 5 minutes conversation with them, in your mind, you think you guys are best friends.
It's not just the combo.
Like your lives will merge.
It's not just the combo. We went to sleep and I attempted to cuddle him and he did not cuddle me back.
Because now we are fighting.
No.
What part do you not understand?
But it's just a meal.
How far?
Sac passe. Guys.
Welcome to another episode.
Yes.
On Jollof and
Compa. Hosted by myself, Alexis, and my husband,
Augustus.
Where we talk about life and marriage and how we navigate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how is it going? How are you?
How am I? How was my week?
Yeah.
Work week was a blur because I had so many medical appointments this week.
Oh yeah.
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 I'm out processing. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a bit of a blur.
Do you want to talk about what that means though?
Out processing? So my reserve commitment for the military is coming to a close. My end of service date is July 27th of this year. And so we just have to do some out processing activities, appointments, make sure once I leave, everything's in order. Yeah.
So if you're a Nigerian and you're watching this, in America, it works. I don't know if your police force works like that. So do they have contracts or limited contracts?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
But military in the US is on a contract basis, which means when you join, you sign up for say 4 years of 6 years. Yours was 6 years.
Reserves minimum is 6
years
if you're enlisted.
Yeah. So what happens after that is that once your contract elapses or once your contract expires, you can decide to renew or you can decide to end the contract. Because that's not the same in Nigeria. Once you join, you are committed for
forever and ever?
Yes.
So you can never get out?
You can be dismissed if you mess up, but once you're in. That's your path for the rest of your life.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's not uncommon for you to see veterans in America that are like 25, 30 years old.
Right.
And then they've had like 2 or 3 different lives.
Right.
Somebody say, I was an engineer in the military, but now I'm a medical doctor. And then, it's
one of the, I think when I went to go get my stone checked out under my neck, the guy started out as a loadmaster in the Air Force.
Did you put that thing in your thing?
I did.
Okay, cool.
He started out as a loadmaster in the Air Force, and then now he's a doc.
Yeah. No, it's not. Cool. It's not very uncommon.
Oh yeah, for sure. How was your week?
It was okay. I was in Baltimore.
Oh yeah, you did travel.
Yeah, I traveled. I was there for 2 days. I think my time over there is coming to a close. I think I was trying to tell you that. Yeah, but it was nice. I think one thing that I was telling you, I was on the plane. And then the people that sat behind me talked for the entire duration.
Yeah. I think out of courtesy, this shouldn't happen.
You should text each other. No, I'm serious. Like,
yeah.
If you're in an airplane and you're flying somewhere.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can assume that the rest of us want to hear you talk all through the flight.
We don't. We don't want to hear it. We're just trying to get from point A to point B.
And most of us are extremely tired. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like an evening flight.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get home and remove my shoes. And this guy talked for the entire duration of the flight. It's
like a 2-hour flight.
Yeah, they were just bouncing back and forth. When the flight landed, I turned back. I was like this.
I gave them eyes.
I did. Anyway, but I was there. I was there and came back home, and then we ended up buying a bike. So I think we should talk about that on this episode a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we can pivot from that. But I think we should unpack what led to that.
Okay. Before we start, guys, if you're new to the show. and you're enjoying what you're hearing,
Yeah.
subscribe. And if you're not new and you've listened to a couple of episodes, you like our vibe, also subscribe. It helps us out a bunch.
It does, actually. But yeah, so we're now one of those people.
We're bikers. We ride.
Cyclists. Is it biker, cyclist?
I don't know.
Whatever you call it. We're beginners, okay?
We are.
And you know what came to my mind
Yes.
today as we were trying to cross the streets and people were waiting for us?
Yeah.
I'm reminded of myself being in the car
And waiting for these
and
slow
waiting for these
people.
slow people to get off
And
the
I
road.
was struggling because my seat is a little bit higher, so I have to get my rhythm.
So we ended up buying a bike.
And guys, bikes are expensive. They're not like, I don't know how much my childhood bike was, but it was not $1,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. so I wasn't shocked that it was one thing you gotta know
expensive.
is
I was shocked.
if there's a particular activity that white people do mostly, it's always exclusive.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like kayaking, for example, or lacrosse, or one of those.
Cross.
Yes, lacrosse.
Skiing.
Skiing. That's an expensive activity.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I remember when we went skiing
Yes.
with Nathan?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He's going to watch this episode.
Yes.
Bro,
And we
that
went
thing is
snowboarding.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. It's expensive though.
So things like that, I don't know why, but it's typically very expensive. I don't know why that is, but it's expensive. Anyway, so I wasn't surprised when I realized that you can actually spend $10,000 on bike.
Yeah. It's insane actually.
Yes, but we didn't buy that because we're not successful like that.
We are not at that level.
Yeah.
But we did get some really good bikes. The brand that we got was Trek.
Yeah, we got Trek FX2.
What else?
It's like $900 per person.
Yeah.
Before taxes.
Yeah.
And
We got the holders. We got the water bottle. We got the helmets. Guys, if you ride, say what's up in the comments.
yeah.
We're trying to find friends. Guys, okay, so we went to get the bike at the shop yesterday, and the salesperson was very passionate, and we stayed in the shop over an hour after close.
Yeah.
But the manager was like, my wife and I, we got this exact same setup. I was like, oh my gosh, babe, we should go find them and be friends. And he also said, if we're always around, come by, chill. And I was like, guys, we can have friends. We can make friends.
You have this problem. I call it a problem. It is
You have
truly
to
a problem.
build a community.
That's not how it works. Community is built based on shared interest.
And we do
first.
have one.
No, you don't. You're just trying to see if you like biking or not. It does this all the time to the point where he built a career from selling bike. So
Are you talking about the manager or Bob?
the manager guy,
Oh.
he literally manages the store. Yeah. So, but no, the problem that I'm trying to diagnose for you is that if you have a very good conversation with somebody, say like 5 minutes conversation with them, in your mind, you think you guys are best friends.
It's
now.
not just the combo.
Like your lives will merge.
It's not just the combo.
I can't a decent number of people that you think you met them once or like you had a very nice interaction and you are already thinking about how you guys are going to be best friends when you're 20 years old, like 20 years down the line. Yeah, and that breaks your heart a little bit because you don't get that energy back and you're like, ugh.
Wow. Yeah.
So back to the bike story. So we ended up getting a bike. I've always wanted a bike. I'll tell you when that came up. When I used to hike on, there's this trail, Lake Crabtree. I would hike while you were gone. I think you were deployed or something. I would hike and I would text you and talk to you about how people are doing like mountain biking on that path. And I would be like, hey, I need to get it back. And like, you're not
gonna ride it.
You're not gonna ride it.
Yeah.
But I tried to run at least last year. I did so well last year.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tried and then I realized that my leg hurts all the time.
Yeah.
And as it happens, I stumbled upon biking or cycling. And I was like, and one thing that happens with Instagram is once
I was about to say
one,
the algorithm brought it to you.
it feeds you all.
Yes.
And I saw another video. Sorry, this is also chaotic. I saw another video. The guy was biking, and he was like, "Hey, people in your 30s, blah blah blah. How is it going? Have you gone through your first divorce? Did you start running, or did you start cycling?" He's like, "Oh shit, like you're in." It's like midlife crisis. So we're part of the crisis now. But that's where we are. We did our first ride today. It was a 10-mile on a bike.
It was.
That is probably the longest I've been on a bike in my entire life.
Yeah, it was long. We got lost a little bit, but we found our way back, which is really nice. Yeah. And we stretched after. I think it's going to be essential in our activities because just the motion of it is just going to naturally tighten up your hips because you're just going front and back for so long. Just open them up a little bit. And stretch after.
What if I don't want my hips opened?
Well, it's good for you.
Why?
Your mobility, you need to keep it and maintain it.
Yeah, but I think that's the most exciting thing that we've done this week. And then we realized that we need to, oh my God, we need to modify my car. We need to add like a hitch to the behind the car, and then buy a car,
a bike rack. Yeah, because right now we have to take off the tire
to make it fit into my car.
Both the bikes to fit in your car. Yes.
Yeah. So
another,
expenses.
600.
It's expensive. Yeah, that's around like 500, 600 easy. Yeah. But that's the exciting big part so far. My weekend, all of that. Because I was literally looking forward to coming back home and buying the bike. That's why I said we must get that bike yesterday.
Yeah,
it was nice.
So mission accomplished. Good job. And you tried to do it without me.
Oh, the biking thing?
Yeah.
Babe, you had seas of negativity. Like your voice of negativity was drowning my enthusiasm.
Oh, was it?
It was. I called you out for it at some point.
I feel like it was realism.
It wasn't. The truth is this, right? There's only one way for me to find out if I would enjoy it or not. I think so far, I think I enjoy it. I don't feel pain. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Also, it's just 10 miles. I'd like to go further, right? But it's bearable, right? It's like, it didn't feel like I was working out per se. Of course, now that I climb the stairs, I feel it a little bit, but you get the gist.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah. But when I said that to you, you were using my previous experience in life,
your past medical history.
My past history to judge my future. What is that? She's like, oh, yeah, you're not going to do the bike. You're not going to, I don't think you should buy it. Oh no.
And you were also looking at like $1,300 bikes in the beginning.
It doesn't matter though. Because even if, at the end of the day, it's still just $300 difference.
No.
What I was gonna say though is that it has little to do with your negativity, has very little to do with the price. It was just negative.
No.
A sea of negative vibes.
No.
Yeah, sure.
It was a combination of price and also I didn't want you to get something and not use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now that I'm in it too.
Yeah. I see a future where you'll be left behind.
Do you?
100%. I've had to wait for you.
I'm not very fast.
I'm like, catch up.
My legs are burning.
Yeah, you gotta push through the pain. That's how I feel when you tell me to run all those things.
So biking's your thing, running's mine.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Exciting stuff. Our new chapter.
Yeah. I feel like we're doing so many things at the same time now, like trying new things. The dancing class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow is the 4th class, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now the biking. I try to read. I fell off. What am I? I'm just human. Yeah. I can only do so many in a day.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Provide yourself grace. Okay, my question to pivot. And it's gonna tie into our little tizzy that we had. Oh. And this is for the men. Guys, you gotta help me understand.
You gotta set the context.
Now I'm going to lead with my question.
Okay.
The question is, men specifically. Fellas, let me know in the comments. Is it really that deep when it comes to food?
Yeah.
Is it?
You want my answer? Do you want my answer?
Yes, go ahead and answer.
Yes. It is the
And this is
deepest-
what happened, you guys. Like we've had throughout our marriage, like these arguments, these disagreements where it's around food.
Not really like food preparation.
Huh?
Food preparation of food.
Food preparation.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because from my perspective, and I definitely believe that it's a mix of culture, but also how we grew up. From my perspective, you can eat and sometimes you don't eat. And either one is okay.
So wait, quick question. We're gonna dive deep into it. Quick
But
question.
also, it might be a female thing too, because we have girl dinner. And sometimes we just eat cereal.
What are you gonna feed your child? No, I want to know. Like when
Yeah.
you have a toddler that is like under 5.
Obviously, they need nourishment.
No, if you don't do it now, where will you get the courage to do it? You say,
But I'm thinking, like, as an adult, like, we can sustain missing a meal.
and the truth is this, like I read somewhere that couples fight about certain things for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
I think this is one of
This is going to be our thing.
It was one of them.
Okay.
Of course, there's going to be so many other things that we'll fight about. But
Okay.
I think the argument about food sustenance, the
Yes.
basic things that you need to be alive, is going to be a big deal. And
Yeah.
to set the stage for anybody that is watching or
Yeah.
listening, Alexis struggles with food. That's just the story.
I do.
She struggles a lot with making food. And the truth is, I don't
Allow me to suffer in silence or alone, for sure.
we do it
It's very
together.
collaborative.
Yes.
Yes.
I do my best to make sure that we're doing the meal preparation together. We're thinking about it together.
Yes.
Now, there are instances where I do have expectations. Right?
Yeah.
And again, this is not like a social media marriage. When you're married, if you're married, you can set the precedents in your marriage however you want, however your wife wants, however you want. It doesn't matter. But the current situation that we're discussing right now is that in instances when I travel,
Yes.
my hope is
Yes.
that my lovely wife
Yes.
would at least make sure that there's food in the house when I get back. Yeah. So to your credit, you do try to make that happen most
you.
times.
Thank you for the credit.
Yes.
Thank you.
But when it doesn't
credit.
happen, it's true. When it doesn't happen, you don't want me to say anything about it.
I don't. That's true. And we had a tizzy about it. What? Yesterday? No, Friday.
Friday.
Because you started traveling home. In between, I asked, like, are you hungry? And you said yes. And I was like, okay, bet. Like, I need to think about what I need to cook so that my husband has something to eat. Right?
Primed.
Yeah.
Good intentions.
Good intention.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And then you got home, greeted you. Oh my gosh, you're home. Yay. You go to shower. I had just finished running. I shower after you. And then we chill on the couch for a little bit. We watch the moon stuff that's happening. Have you guys been tracking that the people orbited the moon? Anyway.
Don't be focused on this story.
Okay. And then we chilled for a minute. And then it was like 9:30.
9:43. I looked at it.
9:43 is when I got
Keep
up.
in mind that I have not eaten since I got back. Like
lunch.
since lunch.
Okay.
Right. So and I got back 7-ish, I think. It was 7.
Yeah.
Okay, 7. And the text about are you hungry came in like on my way back. I was in the lift.
Yeah.
And when that text came in. So maybe 15 minutes to 7, right?
Yeah.
That was when we talked about food.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Continue.
Okay.
This is okay.
And then, yes. And then around like 9:35, 9:43,
Yes.
I asked, like, do you want pasta or pounded yam? Because we had soup in the fridge already. And I was like, which one do I need to prepare so you can actually have the soup or the sauce that we had? And so he didn't answer. And I was like, asked him again. I was like, hey, like,
It was one
which
time.
one do you want? No.
Twice?
Yes.
Okay. The second time I stood up and go get food for myself.
Did not respond. And I was like, oh. And then he got up and made himself some gari. And I ended up making pounded yam for myself, which I wanted to make for both of us, but you were annoyed at that point. Yeah. And so then as you're making your thing, you're like, there's nothing like my husband's coming home, yada, yada, as if I didn't have any intention to make sure he was fed, which I had an issue with, right? Because there wasn't tension.
Yeah.
I was just really delayed.
The bone of contention, all of this conversation is that, from my perspective, it's not. I think we talked about it a little bit too. Mm-hmm. You think of food as just food,
right? And this, I will say, I learned something. I think I had an aha moment. Hopefully, that will show in my.
I'm
actions.
not hopeful,
but we'll see.
Yeah, I think you think of food as food. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about this before. Even though I joke around love languages, I am really big on act of service.
Okay.
So what that means in practicality of it, because it's easy to say, act of service is my love language. What that means is that I like being served. Mm-hmm. I don't mind serving you too. I think I do my best to serve you as much as I can. Mm-hmm. But I like being, like, it makes me feel loved, being served. Right? I have said that before in several instances. And the practicality of that is that I don't have to wait for 3 hours to eat dinner.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So from my point of view, it doesn't matter anymore. My need hasn't been met in that particular space at that particular point in time.
And so for me, it's like those actions or the connection, the in-between time from when I asked you to when we were laying on the couch, those moments matter to me. But for Augustus, it's like, no.
Do you guys want to cuddle when you're hungry?
They're completely canceled.
In what is this? There's this economics.
Until the need is met.
There's this economics guy, Maslow's.
Who?
Maslow's.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yeah, Maslow, whatever it is.
Yes, it's Maslow.
The hierarchy of need, my wife.
Yes. It starts with food, I'm sure.
As outlined by the greatest professor, is physiological need. Mm-hmm. Under physiological need is food.
Yeah.
And then safety need. And then belongings and love needs.
Okay.
Esteem needs, cognitive needs, aesthetic needs, self-actualization, and transcendence. Okay? If physiological is at the base, which food is part of physiological need? You need food to survive.
Yes.
Why in the world do you think I want to cuddle when I'm hungry? There's no joy in me. No, it's true. So in my mind, I'm like, and you know what the crazy thing about that argument that we had?
What?
If you are, I think I mentioned this, if you had not asked me about food before I got home, if the conversation came up when I got home, it would have been a collaborative effort of us making the food together. A part of me felt like, that is important to me.
Yeah.
And you talked about it, but there was no follow through. That was the big deal. But yeah.
So is it that deep, guys? It is for my husband, which I know.
It is very deep for me. Because it's not just food. Again.
Right. And I have to work on that frame of mind too. Like, it's more than just food.
Meal.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's like an act of service. You're making a sacrifice to do it. You don't have to do it. But you're sacrificing your time and you're going out of your way to get it done, to meet a need for somebody that you love, hopefully. Right? So that registers sometimes. It's okay. I don't love you all the time. There are times
Oh, yeah. Oh, it doesn't stop there, guys. Then he made his food, right? I made my food. We watched an episode of something, separated on the couch, and then we went to sleep, and I attempted to cuddle him, and he did not cuddle me back.
Because now we are fighting.
No.
What part do you not understand?
But it's just a meal.
Why are you keep on saying, no, I swear to God, you keep saying it's not just a meal.
So you see it as
I think the fighting part came after, if I know anything about you, is the fact that I don't know. This is something that you have to dissect on your own. You have to be okay with criticism.
But it's not about that, though, in this instance.
No. What triggered you? I think that's the perfect word.
Yes.
What triggered you
The statement that you
was
said
when it didn't sit well with you that you didn't get it right.
No, it didn't sit well with me that you assumed I didn't have any intention to make sure that you were fed.
Oh.
Because your statement says, oh, there's nothing like my husband's coming home and I want to make sure that he has something to eat. And it's like that to me registers in my mind that you think that I had no intention to make sure that you were fed. When I did have the intention.
Why?
My follow through was delayed and late, but it was there.
You do have the intention because
Yes.
you texted me, you asked me about
Yeah.
it. And this is a very key moment. This is probably like a blue therapy session. You do have the intention,
Yes.
right? Which is important, right? You thought about it. You anticipated that need. You thought about it. But there was no action that followed that thought.
Right. Or there was going to be, but it was just late.
I will give you an example. I said,
Because I asked you like, which one do you want? I was going to get up and start.
it was like 3 hours later. So I gave you an example. If we've been texting all day and I said, oh, I miss you. I cannot wait to see you. You've traveled. And you said, I miss you. I cannot wait to see you. And then you came home, you ring the bell, and I didn't come out. And 2 hours later, I was like,
You made it.
you're here. How would you react? Because it technically is the same thing. Because eventually I came out, right? I came out to open the door after 2 hours, 3 hours, right? And you've been standing by the door at that point since you got back up to that point in time. Me opening the door, does it have the same impact 3 hours later compared to me opening it when you knocked the door?
Does it have the same impact?
Does it feel the same to you? Are you going to react as if life is good when I open the door 2.5 hours later?
No.
Okay, because you've been standing by the door anticipating to see me that I opened the door because you've been talking about, oh, I cannot wait to see you. But then I made you wait 2.5 hours to see you, despite the fact that I could have just opened the door when you got back. Does that make sense? Does that put it in context why I kind of reacted the way when you were asking me almost 3 hours later about
So
the
the intention has no value if the action doesn't match it. Is what you're saying.
I think we've talked about that before. In my world, it means very little. I think we've had a whole issue around that. In my world, from my point of view, I'd rather not have the intention shared with me. And then it's true. Babe, we've talked about this. I'd rather not have the intention shared with me and it happens than the intention being shared and there's no follow through. That's it. But if you're watching, chime in. I needed to tell Alexis that she needs to do better. That's the only thing I want to see in the comment section. But yeah.
Yes, I could have done better. Yes, for sure.
Thank you for acknowledging.
Yeah.
The part that I said we need to unpack.
What?
What
part?
You do.
Oh, criticism.
Yes, I think you do such an amazing job trying to be a perfect person. And when there's ever any inclination, forget your marriage, even at work, even in life generally. If there's ever any inclination that you miss the mark, for the lack of better word, that drives you crazy. Because in your mind, you're like...
I go into the mode that I go into when I do miss the mark.
Nothing else matters anymore.
It's like, all right, so where did I miss it and how far? And I begin to overanalyze that moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I think it's not wrong to have those questions. But I also think, like, honestly, I think there's nothing wrong in... Sometimes people will call you out in a wrong manner. For example, you were telling me about your job where your boss made a mistake and said you sent the wrong file to somebody.
Yeah.
Right. And in your mind, if it were to be me that accused you of that, hell will break loose. You comported yourself because it's a work environment. So you cannot, even at that, you still said something about it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just using that as an example so that you see what I'm saying. Like, move past marriage, just like in life generally. Because you've worked hard to get the file, you've worked hard to send it on time, But something somewhere, miscommunication happens. Somebody think you've done something wrong, whereas you have not. To you, it's not enough for you to know that you didn't do anything wrong. You really want to talk to 2 or 3 people and let everybody on that call know that you were not wrong.
No, man.
How many people did you talk to?
I talked to one person.
2, and your boss.
No, I didn't even. Oh, I
your
did.
one-on-one. So
but it's also like verification. Like, if I know that I did my job well.
You know you did your job well.
But also, maybe I did fuck something up.
You did your job well, and you know that, babe. It's okay. You did your job well.
That's why if I knew I did my job well and I wouldn't have gone back and checked the file. I went back and checked the file. Like, oh, maybe I did include something that wasn't supposed to be included. Like, I think it's important to fact check and also correct people if they were wrong.
Yeah, exactly my point. See, there's nothing wrong in fact checking. The last part of fact checking people, you can let go of when you're criticized either wrongly or rightfully so. It sticks with you. Carry it so heavily as if it defines you as a person. That particular moment, it does not. It's like the person. There's a saying in my language that the person that made you laugh today might make you cry tomorrow. I don't know how they say it, but it ebbs and flow. That's just the way life is. Like that we have an argument about something, that I complain about something now, does not mean every other thing is irrelevant. It's not. It's just in this particular moment, I disagree with you on how this thing is done or how. So the criticism, you've built your life around so much perfection that criticism is very strange to you. Facts. I should be your therapist.
No, it's not that criticism is strange to me.
It doesn't sit well with you.
No, I think it depends on the situation.
If it's coming from me.
I think so.
Yeah.
But also, you'll say, like, I definitely can see how if it's one thing, I can apply it to everything. But also, like, during an argument, you'll say that if I'm criticized on something, it doesn't negate everything else. But like during this argument that we had, it was as if everything else was negated, because when I asked you directly, when you asked me directly, when's the last time I had something prepared for you, you couldn't come up with the answer yourself. So it's like, why don't you remember when I was on the mark? Yeah,
no, you're right. Sometimes I speak too fast for my own good. No, for real, I do actually. And you're right, because at my previous travel, there was nice food, Indian food waiting.
There was.
Yeah, you're right. And did I apologize for that? No, I did. Why are you lying, bro? It's a lie. I did not. Maybe not apologize. I called it back. I was like,
you did acknowledge that you had that I had something for you. Yes.
Yeah. So So, but to be honest with you, like from my point of view, when we have this conversation about something, like I'm addressing that thing in that particular moment. I'm not trying to, unless it's something that is reoccurring. I would preface with that.
And then I
would say that is how you did on 20th of March 1999. No, maybe not the date, but I would say this is something that frustrates me, something like that. But it's okay.
Would you say that I make more attempts to reconcile than you?
You did.
In general?
For this situation?
No, in general. When we're arguing, who makes more attempts to reconcile?
No, babe, no.
I think I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
Alexis? Huh? You show me more.
No.
You shun me more when I'm trying to talk or when I'm trying to have a conversation. It's not going the way you want it to go. You walk out, or you just say, "Okay," and I'll be like, "Did you hear what I said?" Yeah, I hear you. You do that often, and then when you're ready to talk, you come and you try to talk, and at that point in time,
but in the middle of the night, even if I'm mad at you or you're mad at me, in the middle of the night, I'll always try and come and cuddle you.
That is so counterintuitive. I don't know. Because see, that's the thing too. This is something about American culture. Honestly, I think it's a culture thing.
What?
You guys have the tendency to be a bit superficial about your level of connection and interaction. It is. Like it could mean very little. You get what I'm saying? Like if you're arguing, you say I love you to me, at that moment, Alexis, you're not my favorite person in the world. Like we're not seeing eye to eye. I can't say it back to you. You know, it doesn't mean I don't love you as a person. It doesn't mean I don't love you as my wife. But in that particular moment that we're having the argument, I can't say back. The word does not carry any meaning. You maybe that's not the best example. But you get what I'm saying. Like if I say it in that, I just say because I'm talking because of course I love you. Moving on. You get what I'm saying? So it goes back to the fact that.
So you think my cuddle is superficial is what you're saying?
It's like a band-aid.
Hey, why don't you see it as an attempt?
I'm bleeding.
Why don't you see it as
I've been deeply hurt.
Why don't you see it as an attempt to come back together as a team?
We need to talk about it first. We need to melt it back into the situation. Like we need to, but we need to talk about what had happened and how we're gonna make sure that this is not, you know, and then we can find our baseline again. I think so. That's it from my perspective. I mean, it's not like I'll push you away. I've never kicked you away.
No, you just wrote, cuddle me back.
I'm like this. Yeah, but anyway,
It's okay.
But yeah, that's
We recovered. That's all that matters.
yeah. I think we've done well with finding our baseline anyway. But
Guys, subscribe if you have not subscribed. Thank you for listening. Drop a comment of your thoughts on
these conversations.
The conversation
Starving
that
your
we
husband to death. Yes or no?
We love to hear you guys in the comments or see you guys in the comments and reply.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff. But thanks again for listening for another episode. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.